Well, hey there, American farmsteaders. This is Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And Jenny with the Gramstead Family Farm.
And we are two American farmsteaders in Northeast Florida doing our best to grow our own food, share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you would grow a little food of your own.
Yes. And today we have on a very special guest, a friend of mine named Wendy from the Good Foods Conspiracy.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, good. How are you?
Honored to hear you speak of me that way. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. You do some pretty cool things. We're really excited to talk to you.
Yeah. So I met Wendy probably about 8 years ago. A friend of mine showed me this really cool Facebook group called the Good Foods Conspiracy and said, you got to join this group. This lady, she gives away free plants. And
She's crazy.
Yeah. And so we had just bought our land. And so I was working on my very first garden out there. And I joined Wendy's Facebook group and it just kind of went from there. So I think it's a very, very cool thing that you do. She showed up at my gate with all these nice tomato plants.
I remember it. And I remember asking, she did what?
Right.
Like, what's the catch? There's no catch. She just brings good food.
Right. So, yeah, Wendy, tell us a little bit about the Good Food Conspiracy and how all that came to fruition.
Well, that is a funny thing. When you ask me that question, you know how many people have asked me that question and I don't have an answer. It is really like Darwin's evolution. I started out just growing my own food like you guys are. My husband was working and I was staying at home with the children, working part-time. And we were in the middle of all that. And I was volunteering for a 501c that was a food bank and also took food to the homes of homebound people out in the Hastings area. And I just realized while growing my own food that how many people were not growing their own food and how many people were getting so far away from their own food. Right. So as I'm growing and I'm around and I see people loving my fresh vegetables, I was growing all this food. We were taking truckloads full. I had a friend that worked at the Jacksonville Mission and I was taking literally truck beds, two stacks high of tomatoes and then another of cucumbers several times a year through the spring, because my friend was like, we get all this lettuce, but boy, we don't get tomatoes and cucumbers if you got any extra. Well, I had extra. And those people would literally come out and sneak stuff out of the back of the truck before I could even get it into the gate. So fresh food is something everybody wants. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. Those people down at that mission would come out and they knew she was going to come and let me in that gate and they were going to lose their chance. And they'd be eating them tomatoes right out of the back because they knew they were organic. And ready to eat, and they'd be sticking them in their pockets. It was awesome. So I just got to learn through experience how far we've gotten away from our food. And I was going to turn that into a business. We had such a surplus. I thought, well, I could stop the part-time job and just stay at home and do the garden. Well, as soon as that happened and we were starting it off and I got the page started, I had a terrible accident and I could no longer do that. But my gardening inspiration comes from my family. My family comes from many types of farms, dairy farms, but everybody always had vegetables growing. My brother, who worked for Disney, is also an inspiration to me. He has just retired, but for like the last 20 years, Disney out in California on their property that he managed for them allowed him to grow hundreds of thousands of pounds of vegetables. Half went to their commissary at Disney, and the other half went to 2 or 3 food banks in LA County. Like hundreds of thousands of pounds of food, fresh vegetables to those people. So I really saw the need for people to get closer to their food. And I just always had all these extra tomato plants, and I do not know. It just happened. It just happened. I'll be honest with you, I have zero idea how it happened. I just was giving away all my extra tomato plants always at the end of the driveway. And then when I kind of decided I really couldn't do as much after the accident, I had already been exposed to people needing to get closer to their food, and the fact that, everybody gets upset about being without toilet paper.
Right.
But, hundreds
Mm.
and thousands of years, humans lived without toilet paper,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
they could have never lived that long without food.
No.
Do you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just the need to know the knowledge. I'm not saying everybody has to go out and grow a garden, but the knowledge for your child and future generations to know how to feed themselves and sustain themselves.
Mhm.
Fishing, hunting, growing, gathering is so important. And if you don't see that now, you're in trouble. Your generations are in trouble. I'm not saying you have to get crazy conspiracies or anything like you don't have to go dig a hole in the backyard to hide in. I'm saying at least give your children the knowledge of a grow something from seed. Take the time. It is so
Right.
easy to grow one tomato plant. That's all it would take. And the other thing is, if we all got together as in our communities, and not everybody can grow a big garden. A lot of people in communities that are developments don't
Right.
have room to grow, but they might could grow 2 or 3 tomatoes, a few tomatoes. Maybe somebody could grow some cucumbers. Fine, plant a fruit tree, and then share it in the community
Right.
seasonally, and everybody get in on it like a farm share, and you have like your own little CSA going where
Yeah.
maybe somebody has pecan trees, who knows. But if everybody did that, and Sue grew cucumbers and Charles grew peaches and somebody else grew lemons, and then they shared, because it's always a bounty if you grow well, especially from fruit trees once they're adults.
Mhm.
So stuff like that is so important for us to gather and sustain our communities, not just ourselves, but we should all be working together to help
Yeah,
each
I think
other.
I think that's the part that I love the most, that what you do is that, I mean, it's
Oh,
truly a labor of love of
it
community,
is.
Yeah.
and
And
that
you
you
know
the way
that,
you serve the
but
community, it's
but
awesome.
but it's not just me. It's not me at all. Do you see what is given back? Girl, my plants are nothing compared to what is given back. I come back at the end of my delivery days every day with more stuff than I ever could fit in my car to leave. I don't know how I get it all back.
That's
What was
Right.
cool.
that one year? One year we had almost 300 dozen eggs. I had eggs coming out my
Wow.
ears. Everybody everywhere had eggs.
Well,
And we do get a big surplus. And
and
somebody gave last, what's that?
don't you just take all of those donations and you pass it on for your next delivery day?
Absolutely. Well, even during that delivery day, when I deliver, whoever's next that day and the following days until it's gone will receive and can ask for. So when I go to a house, and if somebody's not there, I'll quick take a minute and try to reach out and say, hey, do you need this? Do you need this? If they answer back, I'll leave something extra. If I know that person, a lot of times I know most of them well enough by now, whether they'd like to have it or not, to
Right.
leave it.
That's
So
cool.
through the day after the deliveries, I do that. But then every night I come home and I try in the chaos to get it all out there and say, yeah, I got this, everybody pick. And then in the next, late at night, I'm packing things up. And because I have all those seeds I always have
You're
that
like
I
a
put out.
mobile bartering
And then
system.
absolutely. And it really, you just don't know how many people are helped by the extra groceries or food or the little gift cards. It doesn't matter what it is, it's going to find its way into somebody who's in need.
I'd
And I
love to
had
hear
somebody
that.
worried about, oh, somebody's just getting on there for the gift cards. They're going to smoke crack or something. And I said to him, I'm like, hun, I got no crackheads on my page. We don't have people doing drugs and coming to the page looking for $25 gift certificates. These are good
No.
people. They just want to feed their families.
Right.
We're not a big organization. I know everybody. I know them all. I know them all. I've
Yeah, I
been to
mean,
their homes. I've been in their homes. And these are
there's
good
people that
people.
have,
These are not bad people looking for a free ride.
yeah, and they've been on the page for years, I mean, I know
Years,
a handful of people that have
since
been on your page for
2011.
years. Yeah. Since
For years.
2011.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And they are and we've lost a lot too that aren't here anymore.
Mm.
That have benefited the page. Miss Susan Dykstra gave us chocolate mint,
Uh-huh.
the two spinaches, longevity, and the Okinawa that I've kept alive and spread. to
Yeah.
other people for years of time,
Yeah.
years of time, years of time. So even long after people leave our earthly realm, they are contributing to the cause. And
Mm.
it is about, helping people learn how to grow their own food and just getting people motivated to do it. We had a devastating wilt this year. Did you guys have a wilt problem?
Not this
The
year, but
wilt.
last
Oh,
year I had a big
oh,
blight problem.
I did have a wilt problem this year.
oh.
Hmm.
Everybody had wilt. One girl lost her entire garden, which was like when I lost mine. I don't plant on the
Hmm.
Switzerland property anymore because we lost 200 tomato plants and 150 cucumbers and another 150 basil plants,
God,
all
that's
to the wilt.
devastating.
It crushed us. My husband George has not grown since. He won't go near the
Oh,
garden. He won't go near the garden. It's all me and
Yeah,
my
it's
kids
so
help me.
defeating.
And it's very frustrating. A girl on the page this past summer or spring, it was devastated by the blight to the point of, I mean, she probably could have fed the community with what was in her yard, what
Mm.
she had done. I'm telling you, she did the work of like 6 grown men and had a beautiful garden going in. Everything was mowed down. She left our page. She was so upset about it. She can't even see the posts on the page. She gets so heartbroken.
Oh,
It can be
oh,
quite devastating and difficult. So I try to encourage those people, and
yeah.
that's why I try to talk about those different plants that we need, the ones that are hybrids that are going to grow well in our climate and are
hmm.
Yeah.
going to resist that wilt.
Hmm.
Because the thing about it is, if you're using something that isn't wilt resistant and it brings it into your garden, it can devastate the whole crop.
Yeah.
So that's why it is so important and why I try to have such a great option that you're not going to get locally at your market. You're not going to find in a nursery what I have. All the specialty tomatoes that I have, and those are all from Baker Creek, a very awesome top of the line seeds that I get and grow. And that's to teach, and they're not expensive for one person either.
Right.
Buying high quality seeds, just if you're growing a small amount, isn't that expensive for
No.
an individual to buy. Maybe you pay $3 or $4, but those seeds are also going to save well if you don't use them all.
Hmm.
And just trying to inspire people, to get growing and to educate them on what they need and the best kind of plants to do that. And wait, I haven't even, I'm trying to decide my list right now. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And I love that at the beginning of every year, you really start to put stuff out on your Facebook page like, okay, people, this is what I've got going for this year.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you'll like make a post about every single kind of tomato that you're
Absolutely.
going to start to really educate people on this is why you would want to choose this one over this one.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it's just you just give a ton of good information. And I love to hear how this just like completely snowballed on you.
It
Yeah.
did.
And it
It
just
did.
everything just multiplied.
My son just is like, Mom, just go with it. I'm like, I was trying, he was like, I was like, what do I say to them? They're going to ask me the same question so many people have asked me all these years. And I still don't have the answer of how it actually started. But
Yeah.
That's
I just
funny.
feel like all those people on my page are my people. Those are
So
Yeah.
my people.
how
If
many,
I
I mean,
could,
you may or may
well,
not
we
know that.
had we had 1,500, and then my page got turned upside down. So now the new group, I haven't found them all. I'm still looking. You don't know. I am
Right.
still out there on Facebook trying to reach people that I can
Right. Because
get back to
your
the
original
group.
page got messed up.
Yeah, we were at no, actually, I think we were at more like 2,000 when our page got turned upside down. But
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't post on that to tell anybody. All I can do is comment in the post. Somebody just going to the page is going to be like, "Oh, she's gone. She's not here anymore." So it's
Right.
frustrating, but we're going to build it back up. And not everybody gets something. A lot of people just want to cheer on the sidelines about it. They
I
just love
know.
participating. They love seeing what's going to happen next. What are we going to have bring back that day? What's going to be posted? And it is very important to know what you're growing. Going back to those posts,
Yeah.
that they have to know because everybody has a different growing venue.
Setup.
Like
Yeah.
they just don't grow the same. They don't have the same soil, they don't have the same setup. And you need to know all those details so that exactly the right plant for you.
Mhm.
And that is so important to know what you're planting. And that when you go to like Home Depot or a local nursery, the most of the stuff is going to be northern tomatoes. You're not going to get
Right.
southern
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
A few. You
Same
find the
goes for the
yellow
fruit
pear.
trees.
Yeah, same for the fruit trees. And
Yeah.
it's hard to find like the Anna apples.
Right.
The Anna apples are amazing here, and it's an amazing crispy sort of it's almost like a Fuji, I think, but sweet, a little tart,
Yeah,
but
but you're
grows
not finding those
amazing
at
here.
Home Depot.
But you're not finding those at Home Depot.
No.
Exactly.
It's
And
crazy.
that's same with the tomatoes now, which is very frustrating for me that they're not, but it would cost them a lot more money. The big manufacturers like Burpee and all them are doing their old tomatoes, but we've got rare seeds. We've got other
Mhm.
places that we can get seeds to
Mhm.
grow better things. And that's just education at this point. It's
Mhm.
education. And I'm just going to keep delivering till I just can't go anymore. As far as
So
I can go.
what's your delivery area? Because I know it's pretty big, and like you may or may not
It's
know the
huge.
answer to this question, but like how many families do you think you're serving every year?
Oh, wow. Well, we're in the hundreds now. And we used to be a lot more
Dang.
before the page went.
Right.
This year, I think it was about 200 people, but
Wow.
normally it's way more. It was way more. But I give away thousands of plants. Each of those two, well, it might have been 300. It's in between 200 and 300. I'm not exactly sure. I don't keep count. I deliver from the Georgia line all the way through Live Oak, back down Gainesville, Keystone, all the way down New Smyrna. As far as I can go. Ocala's a little too far. Tampa's a little too far. West Palm's a little too far. I go, and if somebody reaches out and
Yeah.
really needs it, I will go as far as I have to go this state. If I had to drive 7 hours, I would do it.
That's awesome.
But
We need to
I try to.
recruit for for a person down south like you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no kidding. When you get somebody else down there doing it,
You
it's a
know, and
lot
then
of work, though. It's a
yeah,
lot of work. It's a
I
lot of
cannot
work.
even imagine the amount of work that you're putting into this, Wendy. I mean, it's really truly incredible what you do.
It really is. It's super
Well, I have a
inspirational
lot of
too.
help from my sons. I have a lot of disability issues that I can't do things like I used to. It's very frustrating. But I mean, we're up to 3 greenhouses now this year. So
Wow.
we're and I expect as soon as I start again talking, everybody's going to start sharing. We're just going to have a whole bunch more people. And I'm just praying that my old villagers that were on the old page all find us. And I'm concerned about every one of them that don't. So
Yeah,
it
we're
just
gonna
bears
share
on my
your
mind.
page pretty far and wide, as
Share
best we
that page,
can. We
girl. Share
definitely
that
are.
page.
There's so many people local here, other growers, just even like in our tiny inner circle of
Yeah.
friends who have not heard of you. And when we say good food conspiracy, and they're like, and she does what again? For what? What's the catch? And I think it's so cool that people are reciprocating with you and eh, giving back to you that you can keep or you can pass on. And I think that's just a testament of humanity.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that nobody wants to accept something for free if they don't have to, and that they are willing to pay in some shape or fashion. I love that. I think too, what we need to do is to schedule a meetup date with you.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of these local people and say, hey, she's going to be here on this day or this time or whatever. And then, they can put their order in, and you can bring their orders, and they
Absolutely.
can barter however they see fit. But
Absolutely.
I'm so inspired by what you're doing in trying to figure out like how can we help in that? How can
Right.
we, push it forward some besides just sharing your page?
Well, I'll be honest. I am retired, and I my son is like, Mom, you should just blow this thing up. I'm like, yeah. Are you going to take it over? Or are you going to? I I I I want to do as much as I can.
Hmm.
I I I can do more, but I do have my limitations.
Mhm.
I really the great thing about the page is that a lot of people share that don't need my deliveries, but they learn what seeds to grow. Do you know how many people that used to get deliveries don't get deliveries anymore because they've learned how to grow from their
Right.
own seed? And
Yeah.
they love going on and picking out their own tomatoes.
Yeah.
And they've read the seed starting information I give so they can start their own seeds, and they all the techniques I'm always posting about.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And you know what? Sometimes people just want to just love seeing me come to that gate once a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're crying in my arms for an hour.
Oh,
I may sit there, and one girl did for about 45 minutes, cried in my arms because of her husband has that body Louis stuff,
Oh.
and it's devastating. And she was alone there. She now everything's changed for her. She has family that's moved in next door in a new home, and they're all on the property together. So things have perked up for her so much, and things are so much better. But sometimes it's not even about the tomato plant. It's
Right.
just about maybe somebody. Some of these people are out in the middle of nowhere and
Mhm.
on
right.
these big acreages, like way in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around. She doesn't have anybody to talk to. You know, her husband's issues have isolated them from
Hmm.
their friends and family. It's difficult. So it's a lot of that. People, I don't even know, some people don't even plant my plants. They just want me to come sit down, hang out. A lot of them already got so much going on. I'm like, what are you doing? Why do you even want my plants? Which is fine, they do. But I'm like, you got all this going on. And then I realized she maybe just wanted me to come sit and have a
Yeah.
cup of coffee and talk for a half
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah,
So
Just
it
that's
is.
what
another
we do.
It's the
testament of how food brings people together.
yeah, so much more than
Absolutely.
plants, like you said. That's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what that page is about. It may not even be about somebody growing a plant. It may just be that somebody needed you there that day, and just for the rest of the year they're good till they see you again. But
It's
you
super
lifted
cool.
their spirits, and you cared to stop and take the time. And I'm always in a hurry. Y'all see me. I'm rushing like 100
Yeah.
miles an hour. I don't even eat. They pack my lunch because I don't even eat. They're all packing me lunch because they know I won't eat,
Oh,
but
that's
I
funny.
will make the time. I may be at 3 hours away, that girl was, but I didn't care. It was 10 o'clock at night and she was crying at the gate. And I was
Oh
like,
gosh.
I'm going to just sit right here and talk to her for a while. And it's
Well,
okay. It's
that is a
okay because,
beautiful, beautiful
what if I
story.
left her standing there? What if I left her standing there? I mean, I couldn't have done that. She needed
Right.
somebody at that
No.
moment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
why you
but
do what
she
you
did
do.
plant. She does plant my plants. She does real good. And she's been such a great person donating to our page too. She's
That's
a wonderful
awesome.
person. But anyway, it's just
That is
about
awesome.
trying to bring everybody together to grow their
Well,
own food
I
and
think
lift each other up.
you're doing a mighty fine job of that.
Yeah, yeah. I love your
I
enthusiasm.
appreciate it.
I
I
love it.
appreciate it. I
Well,
appreciate it. I'm so glad to see you guys doing good too.
Yeah, well, thank you. And that's why we podcast. We're just trying to encourage people to grow some food,
yeah,
but
Absolutely.
apparently we need to be starting some plants and
I know. I know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right now, get in there. I'm digging up right now. I'm trying to get all that ginger planted I just posted in
yep.
pots that
Well,
the friend gave me.
that is our plan for today. We're actually going to be starting some broccoli and some cabbage
Yep.
while
Oh,
we're together
wonderful.
today.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we're so thankful that you got to come on and share your story with us.
Oh, well, thank you for asking me. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I just knew we got to get Wendy from the Good Food Conspiracy on.
Yeah, y'all go to Facebook and check out her page and give it a follow and spread
Absolutely.
it and share it.
Absolutely.
She's doing really great things, and anything we can do to help further the cause, we're there for it.
Yeah,
Yep. And I'm going to
absolutely.
start posting soon. It won't be long. I'm ordering seeds right now. I'll start talking about what seeds I got,
Very cool.
and then we'll
Awesome.
start talking about it. So,
I can't wait to
but
follow it.
I appreciate it. I
All right,
appreciate
Wendy.
you
Well,
guys.
and we appreciate you and everything that you're doing. It really just truly is mind blowing the
Yeah.
amount that you do.
Oh,
So,
you're so sweet to say. I appreciate it.
yeah, it was a joy having you on. We thank you so
All
much.
right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.
You too.